As crowds of people rush by, all I see is their faces. Some are blank stares. Some are confused. But most look scared and lost. Ellis Island is not a happy place, although you would like to think that entering America would be a celebration. Fortunately, I am here to capture this moment and show it to the world. Maybe I can end some suffering. I don't think I could have guessed that this is what I would be doing with my life. I'm just a guy from Wisconsin. It was my friend, Frank Manny, that really started this career, I suppose. He invited me to leave the University of Chicago and come to Ethical Culture School in New York City to assist in teaching. That's where it all began, taking photos of the kids during school events. The first project I was ever assigned was at Ellis Island, taking pictures of the immigrants. My now good friend Manny told me to portray the newly arrived with the same dignity and respect as those immigrants who landed at Plymouth Rock. I soon found that those were words to live by. After that project, I knew I wanted to have more photography in my life. I couldn't simply end there, and I had a message to get out. My second project was also important, if not more. The National Child Labor Committee wanted me to photograph child laborers, and I did just that. I traveled around to mines, factories, canneries, mills, and any other laboring workplace you can imagine to capture snapshots of the deprived children. The faces I saw here were more alone than I could have imagined. There were boys on the machines, risking their tiny, precious fingers to untangle a roll of string. Girls solemnly stooped in rows underneath the sun, picking and carrying all sorts of crops. Many struggled to say their names, and most couldn't remember their age. I met one child who simply gazed at me with big eyes and showed me the bald spot where her braid had been ripped right off her scalp by a factory machine. No one knew what was happening in these places, but I had to make America realize that these were working kids being robbed of their childhood, health, education, and future in the country. Because of my spark, stricter child labor laws were set in motion. I believe that photography is symbolic and artistic, and all I can hope for is that my pictures of struggle for men, women, and children live on even when I do not. I know that they carry a message to everyone.